edition of Crankin Out Crafts. My name's J Flo, and today we are going to feature this really cool birch paper. And you can see it looks like bark, but it's actually just paper. And we found a lot of cool uses for it, and today we're going to show you how to transform this birdhouse into one of these lovely birdhouses using the beautiful birch bark paper. Okay, so to get started, you will take your birdhouse condo and you're going to want to paint it first, and paint the sides that would be difficult to work the paper around. So I chose to paint the sides that have a lot of the holes in them, and then we can just on the flat surfaces and on the roof we can use that birch paper. It just makes it so much easier to cut out the paper and then to put it on a really flat surface. All right, so I'm going to start out with this one, which I've already taken some brown and a beige kind of cream color and coated the whole thing. You don't have to coat the whole thing, I just did. But I'll show you a little technique on how to make some of it wood-like. And I'm taking the two colors and just kind of going up and down and blending them. And this is just going to give me kind of a dark wood and kind of graded tone. Then take my brush and bring some streaks down. Do a little bit more. Both colors on there. And streak it down. A little bit of blending. Don't worry too much about this because this is just an accessorized or kind of part where we're going to do a lot more embellishing too. This area. Okay, so there you've got your wood. Next thing we're going to do is measure the sides. And what I did, this paper is all rolled up, so I took copy paper, and it was really easy for me to bend it around the edges and measure, and then I use this as my template for my paper. Just copy paper makes really good templates. And I have already Mod Podged it on this side. We're going to finish up the roof. I'm going to show for you right now. So I have these two sides, and I will take Mod Podge, decoupage, whatever kind that you're comfortable with, and generously put Mod Podge on. Okay, very generous. Really go to the edges too. And then with your piece of paper, you're going to want to burnish it on there. In the beginning, I really noticed that this paper's so heavy it wanted to come off, but I just kept rubbing it down. And after about 30 seconds or so, maybe not even that long, it starts absorbing that Mod Podge and wanting to stick. Now before you do your top layer, you really want to make sure this layer is dry and it's completely stuck on there. If you don't wait, the wetness of the Mod Podge on the top is going to make it want to peel back up. So make sure this layer is dry before you put the top layer on. There it goes. It's really sticking down good now. Okay. Then we'll do the other side. Again, generous portion. And if there's any parts on here where your paper has lifted, that's okay, because we can fill in those little holes with some Snow Tex and also give it a layer of Mod Podge on top too. And burnish that down again. Seal it. Now it's really good in the front here where you can see I painted. It's a nice transition. So it's really good that I painted around the edges in the beginning. I didn't back here. So there's a little seam that you can see. You can correct that later after it's all dry, and just take a little bit of paint and edge it in that area right there. All right, we're gonna let this dry. Cut it on there, and then let that dry. Okay, now we're ready for another part, another way to accessorize our really cute birdhouse. And I wanted to show you a different product, and it's called Snowtex, and I have it right here. Snowtex is a little gritty white stuff, and you can add it to the edges so it looks like it's really snowy on here. I put it on with a knife or a popsicle stick, makes it really easy, and just kind of spackle it on there. And then finally you can add the touch of a bird and some branches, and you have a really nice birdhouse decor for your tablescape.